Tonight I am privileged to have been given the chance to soak our squash in water, and you know the assumption is that at this point in time, and taking into consideration that they have grown so tall, it is expected that the roots already have saturated in this section of the garden. So it is appropriate that all the sections of the garden are watered because the roots are also there. So this time around, if you're going to consider from the base, and you're going to have a tape measure, and we're going to measure the growth for this particular squash. Yeah, it accomplished its mission. Sorry guys, but what is being featured are the leaves of moringa, because it is growing in the middle of moringa plants. So it is there already, so it is assimilating itself onto the moringa. And this one also is coping. Okay, we'll just allow it to have an inclination towards the other section, because that's the preference of the squash, to grow towards that direction. So in here also, wow, I'm already like to really be grateful at times wherein I'm going to see the intricate, or how intricate it is to hone, in order that the squash is going to be appearing like this. I mean, it has its own design. This must have been designed by God, of course. And I think this one is another variety here, because this one has the absence of the transparent portion of the squash. So there is no transparent portion of it, just a plain of it. So so really, this is another variety. So I mean, the two of them are growing together, although they all have a different variety. Okay, so this one, okay, young but so dynamic in its growth. Now this is remarkable, because this one is actually not the main vine. This is like the young shoot, the first one that grew. And since we need to demonstrate that the young shoot also can grow similar with the main vine, so I gave like a space, and I recall this one because supposedly this is going to the other direction. So right now, yes, it seems that it is competing even with the other squash. Okay, and one thing also that I noticed, to the squash that already are reaching the summit, and even the hook you can touch, it extends towards us. It is so inviting, and just saying hello, I'm here. This is what she wanted to say. How are you? Are you fine? I'm sorry, but you don't have others. I mean, there is no other place for you to call. What if you can go there? You don't want to go there, but the other one already called there. Now, one thing that I really wanted you to see is that you can notice that. Let us zoom it. Wow. There is already young bud here, and there's already fruit that is being formed. That's very young. I'm very positive about the development of it, especially that the possibility to have the bees coming here is so sure. Then it gets pollinated, and also we will try to help pollinate this one, then it will become fruit. So similar with the places, the spots where they are also giving us fruits the other year. One thing that we need to understand here in the garden, I never wasted any garbage here. I didn't throw any garbage when I cleared this section of the garden. I submerged everything, so the output of it is so good. I mean, so excellent. So this is like a tip to all of the gardeners there. Just submerge every garbage, so just allow it to decay, and you can really see here the development and the effect of the garbage towards the squash. And you can see here the leaves became so gigantic, and if I'll be given the chance to even just featured, I think I would be showing favoritism, because it became my favorite, seeing these leaves and then the spawn of it, which is so big. It became my favorite right now. Sorry to tell, but that's the reality. And if these leaves are actually sharp, I mean, it would be too difficult for me to cross, or even anyone would find it so difficult to cross, because you're going to get hurt really, and because of the successiveness of it. And then there are plenty of new young shoot, although this has become like terminated in here because it has been overshadowed. But perhaps the next time that it can get contact with the sun, then it will be able to grow again. And I noticed also in this section, I think this section really is competing, because earlier today we saw that there is a formation of young fruit. And I saw here also before, yeah, there is another one. Yes, there is another one, young fruit here. Can we zoom it? Wow. For a farmer like me, and especially here in the desert, we're in, the plants are struggling, and it would be very impossible for us to grow some kind of plants in here because of the condition. And to have been able to grow these squash really is a blessing, and really is a miracle for all of us here growing, also for the other gardeners. So in my case, this has been the third time that I planted squash, and so far so good. There is really a blessing. There's really a blessing, and the blessing really is so evident in this endeavor. You can really see the hand of God at work, and you can really see the blessing of God as these plants are continuously growing. So far guys, this is the latest update of our squash today. Thank you.